Is it really just Trevor Lawrence, or are there other issues surrounding him? I don't know.
Like issues like he got shanked? If that story is true, he was shot in the corner of my office.
Yeah, apparently, he walks into the bar, gets shot, and then he never leaves that bar.
Were you in business class? Do they have business class?
No, I was in business class.
Oh, that's so terrible.
They were serving egg sandwiches.
Oh, no. Free food.
Yeah. All right. Coming to you live from the Campione Law Studios, allegedly episode 9. I'm joined here, flanked by two studs, two friends. My partner, Michael Belonge, and my dear sweet cousin, an attorney here at the firm, very esteemed, Frank Campione IV.
Thank you.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Welcome,
you're very
Frank.
welcome. This is Frank's Virgin episode. He was a little nervous about jumping on air today, but I think he's going to do fine. He's got a lot of experience working in these kind of forums. He was a Olympic
Nope.
Nope. There's a funny background to that. For years, I told people Frank was an Olympic rower, only realizing that he was an Olympic rower in my dreams and not necessarily reality.
Hey, mine too. I wish it was true.
Yeah, but there's a slight bit of truth to that, isn't there?
I mean, I was a collegiate athlete, yes.
A collegiate athlete. That sounds good, especially when you put it like that. I didn't row in
That's
college.
what's on his resume.
Yeah, I didn't row in college. I was a collegiate athlete.
I was. Scholarship and everything. Very nice.
Well, we're back here on this wonderful Tuesday, and coming off of a tough weekend for the Jaguars. I was in London this week. Had a wonderful time, by the way, if anybody was curious.
I was curious. I want to hear all about the trip at some point.
I think I told you some of it. Probably wouldn't be proper for air here, just given the nature.
Yeah.
But
Heard the pizza wasn't that great.
no, the pizza was rough. The slices were a little cold. But wonderful trip. London was beautiful. Jaguars were horrendous. Probably one of the worst showings I've ever seen.
It's really unfortunate.
Not just Jaguar history, like NFL history.
It was bad. It was bad.
Sucked.
I mean, you could be worse. Could be the Dolphins. It's pretty bad.
Are the Dolphins really worse?
Yeah, they're 1-6.
Yeah, but did they? I mean, were their losses that bad though?
Yes, they are horrendous.
Okay.
it
I
was
mean,
pretty bad,
Tua.
too.
I think Tua definitely has a
We got that
traumatic
going
brain
for
injury.
us.
I think everyone knew Tua had a traumatic brain injury 2 years ago, maybe 3.
Yeah, it's still
He's still a
bad.
starting quarterback. I don't really follow the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. But as far as the Jags go, I was, it's really upsetting because we just had that home game against Kansas City, huge game.
Yeah.
I was present. You guys were present. What a phenomenal game.
It was
Morale couldn't
awesome
have been
game.
higher.
Yes, and I don't want to steal the thunder from the unofficial Jaguars podcast that's also ran out of this studio as well. But Trevor Lawrence, in his 5th year here, I mean, like, the time has come and gone for you to show that you can hang, that you're worthy of being an NFL quarterback. But, I mean, if Trevor Lawrence wants to come on this podcast, I would completely change my opinion. But absent of that.
Great guy.
Yes.
Great
That's
guy.
what we would be singing
Love
his
to have him
praises. Yes.
Big fans.
But no, yeah, it sucks. I think we all want Trevor to be the guy, and hasn't looked like it. And we were excited, I think, with the new regime coming in. We were starting off strong, and then, with the last 2 weeks, it's been tough to swallow.
Yeah. Well, I did see when I was there as well a Fulham game. Fulham versus Arsenal, which I found out interestingly, right? Shah Khan owns the Jaguars, owns Fulham. The guy who owns the Rams and owns the Arsenal. It was like a doubleheader.
Yeah, right?
And they whooped our butts.
Yeah. So
Back to
Shah
back
Khan's the
both
only one that won that weekend.
Yes. His yacht was parked out there in the harbor. I did see
I
that.
still want to get on that yacht. One day I'm going to get on that yacht.
London Bridge is falling down on Shad Khan's yacht. Yeah, so great time. We had a big settlement this weekend. Mike was the creator and orchestrator of that.
Yeah, it was a case we were actually supposed to be in trial this week. As a lot of them go, you work them all the way till the end, and sometimes they come to a point where you can settle it and not have to go through the trial. But it was good for the client, and happy we got a good result.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's appropriate for this episode or another episode, but I would love to get into the shady defense tactics of the defense counsel in that case. I've really, truly never seen anything like it. One of the things I want to talk to you about after this podcast is holding this guy responsible. Like, you shouldn't be able to get away with that. And I know we're talking vague. We're talking in, the obtuse here.
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah, there was some interesting stuff on this one. Obviously, we're not getting into it yet. I guess we'll wait for that settlement to go through.
It was, yes, and it was but essentially, in a nutshell, it was court-sanctioned perjury, right? Like, if we did that, we would have had our case dismissed for fraud. But somehow, the idea of the F word being fraud, only applies to one side. And you've got all of these jackass legislators out there going, frivolous lawsuits. What about scumbag defense attorneys?
And frivolous defenses.
And laws that essentially stamp and approve the ability for somebody to facilitate fraud. It's mind-boggling. But like I said, I wanted to tiptoe into it, but not walk too far. I didn't want to make you uncomfortable, Mike. I don't want to void a confidentiality agreement or anything like that. But we should talk about it in a later episode.
I agree. I think, definitely to your point, it seems like the plaintiff side, we get held to a little bit higher standard.
We do.
And it's unfortunate because
Which is fine.
We got a lot of the dirt thrown our way. Yeah. We get a lot of the bad connotations in this business too, and it's sad because some of the things that happen behind the scenes.
It is. It's sad because what happens behind the scenes, but truthfully, who needs it more at the end of the day? The billion-dollar behemoth Goliath insurance company or poor little Susie Q, who got smashed by a semi and contemplates taking their own life because they can't get out of bed every day. Like, who needs it more?
Right, I agree. I mean, I'm not feeling bad for the insurance company.
No, I don't think anybody is.
Every day I come to work and I do take a certain amount of pride in it that we are helping out, me specifically helping out homeowners, you guys helping out accident victims. We're helping the individuals, the people in our community against these behemoths.
Yeah, I think the only people that feel bad for the insurance companies are the insurance companies themselves, the mothers of the executives, and probably the Chamber of Commerce. People keep trying to get me to join the Chamber of Commerce. I'm probably going to do it anyways, but, what are we doing here? All right, Frank, tell the people a little bit about what you do. I talk about, the roofing game. I talk about because in my opinion, right, the poor tactics, the bad acts, the unfair labeling of frivolous lawsuits unfairly gets pegged on first-party claims, right? I can talk about it all day, but it's what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give me a little spiel. Tell the people what you do.
Typically, when we live in Florida, there's lots of storms, things like that, any sort of things, not just wind, but, wind-borne debris, branches, things like that can cause a lot of damage. Sometimes we get some hail. It's not too often, but we still get it once in a while. And, what are you supposed to do when you have these damages? You're supposed to call your insurance company when you have this stuff happen, right? Well, unfortunately, the state of the property insurance in Florida right now is just it's not great. It's not very helpful to the homeowners, the policyholders themselves. So, when they run into trouble, they can call me. We can help them out, hopefully get them the compensation that they require to get their homes put back together.
And often you do, or you at least help make up the difference.
As best we can.
Yeah. And I think you do a fine job. You've been doing it for quite some time now. I feel
5
like
years.
Yeah. I mean, that's a long time to be in a field, and watching you grow and do it every day as your brethren.
Appreciate it.
Your cousin.
My kin.
Your kin. It's a beautiful thing to watch,
Well, I appreciate
watching
it.
a young man flourish.
And help me understand, Frank, I think the difference is, in our world with the PI, the injured clients, they're obviously we help them get paid medical bills back, but we put some money in their pocket for future stuff. But from my understanding, your clients, they're just trying to get their roof repaired. They're not pocketing really anything most of the time.
No, I mean that's not the purpose of property insurance in general. That's not what is meant. What it's meant for. It is meant to indemnify and put you back whole. At the end of the day, it's a breach of contract. It's not a negligence claim that you can contemplate futures and things in. It's compensatory only. Just getting back what you were supposed to spend on putting your home the way it was before, the way you had it.
I'm glad you defined compensatory because most people have no idea what that means. You did a good job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Incidentally, you accidentally cleared it up there at the end.
Well, you got to talk to homeowners all day, and you just kind of, I just have to explain it to everybody all the time, so I just kind of include, as simple of a definition as I possibly can.
Well, I think you did a good job. Any other things Oh, by the way, congratulations on the settlement. I know we talked about it briefly, but congrats.
Appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Mike.
Another funny thing, too, and I got to give a little shout out to Mr. Antoine Pecco here. Last week, he settled the case against a trampoline park over a grown adult coming in and breaking his ankles on the trampoline.
Wow.
Now, I will save that for when Antoine comes on this podcast again, but it's a pretty gosh darn impressive settlement when you're dealing with waivers, trampoline parks.
Yeah,
I could imagine.
that sounds like a lot of hurdles to get.
Yeah, not an easy claim.
No, and kudos to him too, because I remember coming to him and saying like, "Hey, can you take on this case?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll take a flyer on it and see where it goes." Nobody expected it would go that way, but I think at the end of the day, most attorneys wouldn't have taken the case, and two, most wouldn't have known the right buttons to press to do
Right.
it. And he got it settled pre-suit too.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, that's an incredible
good job.
Incredible.
One thing I truly believe, at this firm that we've really been accumulating really, impressive attorneys to join the team.
Could not agree more.
And, despite the fact that a lot of us are, fairly young, in the grand scheme of things, not so young, but, younger, the experience that we truly have, combined is pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, I could not agree with you more. I mean, I want to get these med mal attorneys on here to talk about soon, but we've got some of the most rock star med mal attorneys in the whole region, much less the state, that are now working at the firm, specifically and only handling medical malpractice cases.
Oh, it's awesome because, for a long time we've been,
Yeah.
you get a lot of leads on them. And,
Yeah.
And, you want to try to work them the best you can, but they take a lot of dedicated attention and expertise.
They're
And
very specific, right? I mean,
Right.
I don't know a lot about med mal, but what I do know is that, especially pre-suit, it's very specific. There's a lot of requirements to do.
Well, to your point, with the good attorneys, I mean, we've been blessed. We've worked hard. We've all stuck in together over the years. And because of those things, I think we've been able to build something special, right? Mm-hmm. And when you can build something special, right, you can then afford to take on those type of cases, right? You can afford to have those kinds of attorneys to offer more specialties, right? Which at the end of the day only help our clients more.
Yeah.
When they can call us, we can help them with a Social Security claim, we can help them with a disability claim, a VA claim, a roof claim,
I get asked
a
that
fire
all the time.
claim, a
You
personal
guys-
injury claim,
what
a
else do you
criminal
guys
claim.
do?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, really, like, honest to God, like the only thing we really don't do is family law. And you couldn't pay me enough to do family
Yeah, I
law.
was going to say.
Yeah,
And that's probably where we'll stay.
Yes.
That's tough.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough area. I have some friends that do it, and I mean they seem to love it, and kudos to you. I mean, everyone can handle different things, but
I needed a family law attorney. When you have them, you need them.
No comment.
I kind of want to give a little teaser out real quick here. You might see me with my Armada cup, my Armada sweater. You might have seen the gear lately. We haven't announced it yet, but I'm going to announce it here for the first time.
oh my God, it can't be on law exclusive.
Well, this is a good way to see how many people are actually listening.
There you go.
Good
right?
test. Yeah, let's see.
So right now, I have the Jacksonville Armada under contract to purchase, as you guys know. Something I've been working on for quite some time. We're set to close at the end of November, but it could bump into December. And I'm not going to, divulge too much like the massive stadium that we're building on the plot of land that comes with the transaction right next to the Jaguars stadium. But there is some very exciting stuff going on right now out of this office. Don't know how deep we want to get into it, but it's
Deep
been
as
quite
you're
fun.
willing to go.
And honestly, at the end of the day, like it excites me, right? Because I think, and one of the reasons I was drawn to it at the beginning is how awesome it is for the city of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Like outside of God, family, and country, there's few things I care about more than Jacksonville, the community that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Will, don't clip this for the shorts, right? We're going to bury it in the episode to see who's really watching. So it's exciting for me to be able to help facilitate that because there is the current owner, right? He doesn't live in Jacksonville. It hasn't really been a priority of his. He's done some good things for the team, but he hadn't been able to get it across the finish line. So it's been kind of exciting to be able to take over the reins and hopefully get it there. Now we're working through some things with MLS and the banks and whatnot, everything that it takes to put together a project of this size. But things are looking bright.
No, I'm excited, man. I'm proud of you for taking on the project. For one, it's
thank you,
it's a
buddy.
huge project with all the obligations you got already.
Yeah,
But also to see you be successful with it and it's coming to fruition. And being somebody that's pretty much raised in Jacksonville and diehard Jacksonvillian.
Jackstonian.
Yeah, Jackstonian, however they're calling it. I am excited too, just for the impact on the city. I think it's amazing. And I'm glad to be close proximity with it and be a part of it. So it's exciting.
No, it's very exciting, especially like after the other couple teams in Florida have come out, like Orlando City's another team in Florida.
in Orlando.
What's the one in Miami called? I don't know.
FC Miami.
It's just exciting that we'll be able to be included in the talks with those kinds of teams, and
It's an MLS team, MLS Next Pro.
No, that's exciting. That's what I'm saying. It's
But
gonna
I
be wild.
truthfully mean this. I mean, I'm doing somewhat of a victory lap, a premature victory lap, but I couldn't have done it without you guys.
Appreciate it.
I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. You
definitely
more than
appreciate
Frank.
Yeah,
No,
that's fair. That's fine.
we were just busting my cousin's balls downstairs about how much he complains. And then all of a sudden it's like, Frank, you want to be on the podcast? I don't want to be on the podcast. It's like, hey.
No, that's why it's exciting as a team. Like obviously it's different outside of the law firm, but just seeing us all grow together and the
Yes.
success that comes from it, and I think it's because we've all obviously we're friends and stuff too, but I think we just all had the same vision and care.
Yeah,
enough,
vision
I
and
think
care.
too.
Yes.
So it's just cool to see. It's really exciting, and that's all the renderings. So at least some of them. So it's gonna be pretty sick.
Oh yeah, I'm real excited. It looks amazing. After seeing those renderings, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Well, we should be doing some formal interviews. There will be a press conference, things of that nature, probably in, I would imagine, 2 or 3 weeks from now, once we get a little bit further down the road with MLS. They love to run you through the ringer. So,
They don't just let anybody in.
yeah, I know. I tell you what. Well, is anything else interesting? Am I missing something? But did you hear our paralegal upstairs complaining about the noises she was hearing the other night when she was here late? So she was complaining that she was hearing like bangs and thuds on the third floor.
Oh, that's
like
funny.
yeah, something banging late at night on the third floor.
The doors.
Okay.
Well, so I was kind of curious what it was. I started doing a little online research, and I find out that this building, 501 West Bay Street, that our law firm is homed in, is one of the most haunted buildings in all of Jacksonville.
Yeah. I didn't know that either till after we moved in.
What is this little house on the scary? Like, what are we talking here? What are we talking about?
So,
The El Modelo block, I guess they call it.
and the reason they call it the El Modelo block, right, is it used to be the El Modelo cigar factory. So one of the things that drew me to the building when I originally bought it was that it's the largest, oldest commercial building in Jacksonville.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a history.
And you know why they call it Bay Street? Because like Bay Street used to literally be on the wharf.
Oh wow. Okay, I
So
didn't know
it was built in 1987 or 1887. It was used as like a furniture factory, then a cigar factory, or a cigar factory, then a furniture factory, one or the other. Before like Ybor City was the cigar place. Jacksonville used to literally be
Right,
like the
that's-
cigar epicenter of Florida.
Yeah.
that. Which is crazy.
Crazy. And I've seen some articles on it and whatnot, but it used to house like over 500 employees.
Here.
Yeah,
Wow.
literally rolling cigars, like when you see the movies of like Cuba, where you got some guy reading on a radio, and the little Cuban women are rolling up cigars.
I mean, I would
you
love
just
to.
said,
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool to
yeah,
read
yeah,
about
that's
though.
wild.
Like you could go on like the second floor and buy cigars or something back in the
That's
day.
crazy.
It was a lot of stuff like that. It's pretty cool actually. And then I didn't know it's one of the only buildings to survive, I guess, that Great Fire back in
Yes,
Jacksonville.
of 1901, and you can still see the burn marks.
Got good bones.
Downstairs in my office.
Oh yeah.
But funny to add to the paralegal complaint about the doors closing. Like I didn't necessarily I heard about it after we moved in that it was haunted. But
Yeah,
if you are here late at night, like I was here when I think it was like 9 o'clock one night, and there was nobody else here. Like maybe Kirby, I think me and Kirby here late or something, and you just hear doors slamming. And there's nobody in here, so it is a little weird.
Never had that.
And
I
I
mean,
don't know
I've been
what,
here, like,
you know,
now
I didn't
before,
check
but-
to see, you know, or if, we don't know if it's like, you know, AC, ventilate. I don't know, but it's just weird.
Could
you
be
know?
something.
It
Old
could be a little
building.
creepy sometimes. At
I
night.
would like to think that it's spirits wandering the halls.
You
But-
want to think that.
Well, it would make it special, right? A little bit of character, right?
Do some tours, some ghost tours.
Well, you know it. The story was some Spanish-American War
There's a couple.
survivor. Yeah, like I guess this used to be a saloon.
Literally, where my office was the saloon doors.
Oh, so you got the ghost
Oh,
with
really?
you.
I mean, he was literally probably shot in the corner of my office. If that story is true, he was shot in the corner of my office.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. He walks into the bar, gets shot, and then he never like leaves that bar.
Mm-hmm.
Or they never see him come out.
Never heard this.
It's
Never
really
heard
it's
this.
a rich history, and then so a lot of it is like the turn of the century. So there was a guy named Gabriela Gatto,
Okay.
and he was a very wealthy Jacksonville cigar merchant, right? And he was Cuban, and he was a big proponent of the U.S. joining the Spanish-American War. So, and we have him painted downstairs in the lobby. This is the guy that's standing up
Oh,
giving his
okay.
speech, right? It's a rendition of him giving his speech, right? So he gives this speech trying to, arouse support for the U.S.'s involvement in the Spanish-American War.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you guys are familiar with it. What was the boat that was sunk in the harbor there? I'm trying to think of it.
You guys are better history buffs than me.
This is not one of the time periods I particularly know well.
Besides the point, right? Like the U.S. was ramping up to go to war with the Spanish in Cuba. This was before the Rough Riders, Theodore Roosevelt riding through Cuba. The main buildup, right? Because think of it at the time, 1901, right?
Yeah.
The main buildup was in Jacksonville. They built up a lot of the forts around here at that time,
It was a main trade hub, wasn't it?
well, yeah, right. Because you think, I mean, Key West was like really the only thing south of here, right? And you couldn't get to Key West by train at the time. So, a lot of the military buildup was in Florida. So when they're trying to arouse support for the war, a lot of it was going on in Jacksonville, right?
That makes sense.
So he gives this speech here, trying to arouse support, only for his daughter to be murdered days later in what some people say is retaliation for his efforts to gin up support for the war
Wow.
by a Cuban sympathizer. Kind of interesting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, there are stories about her haunting the building as well. So you've got you kind of got those multiple angles.
So what we need to do, do a weekend. We stay here, get the cameras, night vision.
Ooh, that'll be a podcast.
like ghost hunters.
Yeah.
Do a ghost
like
hunters
it.
episode.
I like it.
Can't be unlocked. Ghost hunters.
On Halloween.
That's a good idea. We could stage some fun stuff for that. It's kind of interesting too, because like over the years, right? It was I'd say it was like a cigar factory until like probably the late teens or early 20s, and then it became a few different hotels, which is it's on. I had that painted on the wall as part of the history. And then for a period of time, there were some pawn shops that were downstairs. There was a dentist office downstairs. The top floors were kind of, from my understanding, more of like a hourly type hotel of ill repute.
Oh, okay.
Sometime in the 70s, 80s, the building was apparently completely vacated. And there are some interesting folks that were prominent in Jacksonville at the time that kind of saved it from being torn down.
Okay.
And in the 80s, the folks I bought the building from purchased the building, did a massive renovation.
Oh, they had it that long.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They had,
Yeah,
I
long
want to say
time.
84 or 86. But they put in, you might not know it, but they put in a whole steel infrastructure in the building. The brick is just the facade.
Yeah.
It's like a modern building
Oh,
with a
wow.
old school facade on it,
Oh,
which
nice.
is pretty darn cool. May of 1983. Yes, reinforced the El Modelo building with steel. Yeah, so the building's actually on the Florida Historic Register, and it's on the Federal Historic Register.
Oh, that's cool. There's a lot of history
is
to
awesome.
it.
There's a ton of history, and actually, the floors that we have when you first walk in our lobby downstairs are some of the original floorboards that were repurposed from the original building.
Oh, wow. I didn't
Fun
even-
fact.
Oh, wow.
That's
Fun
cool.
fact.
Did
But
not know that either.
according to this article, let's see here.
What's your source on
The Jackson.
Okay.
This is a Jacksonville.
Oh, it's official.
Yeah, this is a Jacksonville-based media source. 501 Bay Street is the fourth most haunted building or place in Jacksonville.
Fourth.
Oh, but listen to the story you were telling, Mike. In 1907, a Spanish-American War veteran entered the front door, one of these bars, in what would be his last act. He was immediately shot in the chest with a sawed-off shotgun. Upset by the tragic events. Oh my God. And still waiting on that drink. The victim's ghost allegedly haunts the building. Kind of interesting.
That is very
I
interesting.
don't know what the most haunted place is in Jacksonville.
That's what I was just trying to figure out.
It's just crazy.
The
I feel
Kingsley
like
Plantation.
I feel like the older I
okay,
get,
that
the
makes
more interested in history I get. When I was a kid, I didn't care. It's like as you get older, you're like, man, this
I was
is
the
so
same.
cool.
I was the same way. I never really cared until now.
It just shows I'm getting old. We're getting old. You know?
It's because you're getting old. You want to care about old stuff because hopefully someone will care about you one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Just saying.
You know, you only hope.
Well, I mean, I don't want to jump around too much, but we were talking about Trevor Lawrence recently as being, kind of a crapbag quarterback.
I mean,
He's a
we
nice
have
guy.
high hopes. We have high hopes. I mean, he's got talent.
Yeah.
We know he's got talent. Is it really just Trevor Lawrence, or are there other issues surrounding him? I don't know.
Like issues like he got shanked?
Duval. Sorry. I think that just set the whole season off wrong.
I think,
to be honest
I think
with
Trevor
you.
Lawrence's issues are a little bit different than I think who you're alluding to. But
I'm alluding to the famous and infamous, and it's not the cocaine quarterback from the Netflix documentary. I'm talking. Have you guys seen that? Yeah.
I don't know.
And the funny thing is, he wasn't even a quarterback. He was like a backup linebacker. I'm talking about Mark Sanchez.
the butt fumble guy. Yep.
Yes. What was the butt fumble? I can't remember that.
So
I like briefly.
I don't remember if it was like
I
want
wanna
to
say he ran into his own guy.
Yeah, it was or a playoff game, but yeah, he
He ran
runs
into his own guy's
his
butt
own lineman
then
just runs
fumbles
into his
it.
butt and falls down. Like he gets tackled by his lineman's butt.
His career was pretty much over.
and
Oh,
then-
here
Right
we
after
go.
that.
You pull up the happy butt fumble.
Yeah. Which I'm sure he would rather be known for that still than what this
Who?
new thing came out.
Lordy, I would imagine.
I like how you put happy.
Yeah, it popped right up on mine.
Search.
How did you know? Oh, because you looked it up. Okay.
It popped right up.
Happy
The happy butt fumble. Oh, that's a man. John Daly.
Oh yeah.
the man.
The man.
Yeah,
Dumb.
You heard some of his casino stories?
I've heard.
I mean, he would play like $1 million, $2 million in slots.
yeah, he looks like a slots guy. He's totally a slots guy. Here we go.
Just trucks by the guy's butt.
Well, it's the Jets. What do you expect? Jets are awful.
didn't even
Actually, I think
move.
the Jets are the Jets winless this season so far.
Yeah. So they're not doing much better.
No, I mean, it's the Jets, dude. Not expecting it. That ass is wide, dude.
It looks like he just dove in the
He
ass,
dove
really.
into it.
That looks like the kind of guy that would shank a 72-year-old man over a parking spot.
Well, no. He didn't
Exhibit A
shake
in
him.
his trial.
He just beat the living shit
Oh, no,
out of
he
him.
got shanked.
Yeah, he got shanked.
So which one of you guys know more about this incident?
I know a little. So
I don't know a lot. I do know
So,
he beat the absolute
the
piss
funny
out of this
thing
old
is,
man.
is like I literally was watching him on a game broadcasting a few days before, and then
Okay.
the next thing you see this pop up. Mark Sanchez stab wounds, and I'm like, oh man, you feel bad for the guy and everything.
At first, they painted it like he was a victim.
Right. I guess they didn't know all the information
Yeah.
yet. Then you see later, wait, he's in custody, and you're like, wait, what?
Now, were these initial reports from like a CNN or NBC that you would expect some?
To be fair, I don't
Okay,
know,
okay,
but it
okay.
probably was from one of
CNN.
those ones trying to get there first, you know, and
Liberal media outlets.
it was definitely CNN. No, I was playing. But no, the next day you hear the reports of him being in custody. So then the facts start coming out.
Yes.
And it's this poor 7-year-old truck driver apparently he's pulling up to the hotel, and I don't know what he's delivering because it doesn't really talk about him. But Mark Sanchez is out there running out. You can't park there, whatever, getting in the guy's face.
He moonlights as parking enforcement. You see.
Exactly.
I mean, after that butt fumble, that's probably what he's got to do
Oh
to
yeah,
make
he's like,
ends
whoa,
meet.
whoa, guys, what are we doing here?
Hey, fella, you can't park that here.
I guess tries to jump in the cab of this guy's truck. So the poor guy's freaking out, like,
jeez.
"Ooh, this guy looks like the butt fumble guy, but I don't know why he's in my
Yes.
cab." And obviously, Mark Sanchez, I don't remember exactly how big he is, but I'm pretty sure he's probably like 6'4", 6'3", and probably in pretty good shape.
Despite his terrible record as a quarterback the last few years.
So, yeah, he's being aggressive.
Still a big dude.
Yeah, being aggressive towards this guy. And when he's trying to get into the cab of the truck, I guess the old man like pulls out a knife and starts like shanking him in the chest. So, rightfully so. If you're
It's a righteous old man.
Do we know where this took place? Like where it was? Do we have any idea?
I don't remember. Oh, Indianapolis.
It was in Indianapolis.
Because I think it was a Colts game or something. But and then of course he wasn't broadcasting. I think he was scheduled to broadcast like the next day or a few days. So
They pulled him off the air?
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, he didn't make it.
Rightfully so.
It would have probably been a little more exciting if they put him on the air. But
I would agree with that.
But yeah, so now he's getting onslaught of criminal charges.
They should have left the bandages on. Just had him in there shirtless.
Absolutely.
Show off the bandages.
Kind of like that movie Walking Tall, where The Rock goes into court.
Oh, he like rips his shirt. The other one.
Is this what you would do to a man who was innocent? It's like everyone's like, oh! And by the way, I'm running for sheriff.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the end of the story for Sanchez.
If anybody should run for a sheriff, it should be The Rock. Because, I mean, there's other celebrities that have done it before. Like, I don't know if you ever saw Steven Seagal. He had a TV show where he was a sheriff's deputy.
Dude, that was not a bad show.
It was a terrible show.
But it was
What is the show called?
It was so bad. Let me look
I feel like I used to watch this with my family.
Steven Seagal reality cop show.
He panders to everybody. It's hilarious.
But it was so funny. Like
He's a martial
I
arts
just remember one scene where he's like,
Dude, those videos.
He's over there and he's like, I'm gonna show you how to shoot. This is how you do it. And he pulls out like a 22. Like
revolver?
No, like a 22, like a marksman shooting, like something you would shoot in a competition.
With like a big sight on it.
I mean, with like no kick, and it's like, yeah, that's what that guy's gonna use. That's his service weapon right there.
God.
It's like, what are you doing?
Well, because he's got his hands. They're deadly weapons. Let me show you guys how to disarm a criminal. You got to kick him in the throat like that.
I mean, like there's somebody who's a guy. I mean, he does like a whole stand-up routine on Steven Seagal stories.
Oh, Tom Segura.
Tom Segura.
Got to be Tom Segura. Yeah. He talks about how he departments would hire him to train their officers and how disappointing that must be for those people, like for their jobs. He's like, yeah, if it was a class that he was teaching, like, hey, we can have a few drinks and go have Steven Seagal teach us how to throw each other around a little bit. But like when you show up to work, where it's life or death, and you're like, oh, you have like Navy SEALs here to like teach us like real tactical training. Like, no, we have Steven Seagal.
Yeah, don't worry, he did Under Siege too.
Under Siege was a great movie.
He was a volunteer sheriff's deputy for 2 months. Okay, he knows what he's talking about.
He's best friends with Vladimir Putin now. That's got to give him some street cred.
Yeah, that has to count for something.
Yeah, right? Steven Seagal.
He likes to feel like a giant among little people. I mean, what is it? Putin's like, 4'9" or something?
He's a pretty big guy.
I can't remember any of the stories, but they were freaking hilarious.
Oh, yeah. He's got a lot of them.
Do you remember any of them?
I'm trying.
I remember one of them had to do with like his ex-wife and his kid, and his kid was going to come over for the weekend.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that one?
I don't know.
Speaking of Vladimir Putin, I saw an article came out about the closest held secrets of the Kremlin about Vladimir Putin's love children. I mean, I don't know if we want to get into it very much, but I thought it was freaking hilarious. They're talking about how I guess there was like this Olympic gymnast in the 90s or something, maybe early 2000s. She wins like a gold medal or something for Russia, and Vladimir arranged with her coach to meet her. Next thing you know, she's got 2 children that look just like Vladimir. Another one is
almost like prima nocta. He's enacted in Russia.
Another one is a housekeeper at like a hotel that he was staying at, and now she's worth $87 million. And there's allegedly another love child that
just makes me think
like Vladimir.
What is it, Mr. Deeds? You guys ever see Mr. Deeds?
Yeah,
where he falls in love with the. Do I mean to clean your ficus tree, Preston? Yes.
But it's just funny to me because it's like Vladimir Putin must be like every drunk guy who's trying to pick up a woman who promises them like the world, right?
Yeah.
but Vladimir follows through. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean,
Man of his
when
word.
you're the head of a giant country like that, I would assume you could deliver on some of those promises. But
Yes. Oh, you want to be a movie star? I'll make you a movie star. Next thing you know, Russian soap opera.
I think that happened here in the United States. I think his name was Weinstein.
Weinstein.
I think, I don't know.
Harvey Weinstein. Kirby's got a
think I
kid
heard
named
something.
Harvey.
Oh, well, let's not.
Yeah,
Let's not do that.
let's not make that connection.
Sorry.
Jeez.
There's the first thing that popped into my mind.
So, Steven Seagal, how did we get on that?
I was going to teach you how to kick a guy in the throat, and it's like this.
Well, this is, I have to say, one of the funnier episodes we've done in a while. You had me laughing, Frank. I think you've got a natural skill for this.
I'm just talking to you. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like what we normally do when
Yeah.
we're just, kind of talking around the water cooler.
Yeah, good water cooler talk. This has been great. It's been really
Water-
good
water
water
cooler.
cooler talk. I've really
Can't be
enjoyed it.
brain power over here.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, you're cooped up all day just working. It's nice to, talk and socialize, not, talk about fun things.
That
it's
is
nice.
true. That is true. And it's an important distinction, right? I mean, you're focused on the work all day. So it's nice to cut loose a little bit.
That's right. Work-life balance. Gotta have it.
Well, I think we did good.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know how these things usually go. So you gotta
No,
tell me.
they were fine. Yeah. Well, sometimes we shoot the episode, and maybe halfway through I go, "Whoa, this I don't think it was meant to be today."
And I will say this: I'm a little shocked to have both of you on here, and we didn't have too many of those moments.
No, we didn't. We did good. We did good.
Not
We-
so
I was
many
trying.
edits
I was
for
trying
Will.
really hard.
Yeah.
I had several moments where I wanted to say something, and I was like, yeah.
we did good.
Sometimes the filter between my mind and my mouth doesn't always work.
Ah, yes. So next week, we are going to set out in an attempt to do a deep dive in the Mayport murder that we mentioned a few weeks ago. Mike's doing a little bit of a docket dive, and we're going to actually try to bring some interesting legal takes on the case, right? Because I find it interesting, right? It's not, your national story.
I don't really know much about it. What happened with this? If you don't mind telling me a little bit.
So there
real
was
quick.
a lady that I don't remember if it was the 90s, 80s, but she gets murdered in Mayport. But recently, because of new technology, DNA, all this stuff they're able to do, let me go back. Her brother-in-law was apparently in the apartment when she's getting murdered. He gets blamed for it and convicted. The jury convicts him, and he goes to prison for it. Well, I think the Innocence Project helps him out throughout the years, and they end up doing this DNA scan and find out that none of the evidence showing that he was guilty was there. It was somebody else. So they tag it to this other guy. I forget his name, but apparently, his DNA is all over it, and he's just recently arrested for this murder. 30 plus years later. So it's pretty interesting, and it's just right in our backyard. So it's something. Yeah, we want to do a little deep dive in and do a little podcast, I guess, right for the Halloween.
I think
coming up,
I think it would be good.
a little spooktacular podcast.
Yeah,
I think that's good.
Spectacular. I like that. It's funny you were kind of mentioning that. I was thinking to a movie. I was flying home yesterday from London, locked on a plane for 8 hours. It was a crappy airline, Norse Air. It's like the frontier air of the, crossing the pond. And
Miserable. Were you in business class? Do they have business class?
I was in business class.
Oh, that's so terrible.
They were serving egg sandwiches.
Oh no, free food.
Well, no, they give them free food, but they charge you for pretzels. And then right before we get on the
That's
flight,
criminal. That's criminal.
they
That's
announce that somebody has a peanut allergy, so nobody can eat peanuts on the plane. It's like literally an announcement over the radio. There's somebody on this plane that has a peanut allergy. I'm sorry, but the peanuts that we were going to hand out, the only free food, we're not going to be able to do that on this plane.
I would have been like, let's go ahead and get one of the parachutes out. And let's just
somebody
let's
forgot to pack
jettison.
the peanuts. That's what happened. And they just make up a peanut allergy.
Oh, right.
But
okay.
needless to say, right?
Say just throw them out. I mean,
So, cut rate airline, cut rate movies, but sifting through the movies, trying to find the right one because they didn't offer Wi-Fi on this plane. There was no Wi-Fi.
what is this? 1999?
I know.
So I come across the 1995 thriller Just Cause.
Just
Just Cause.
Who's in that?
Stars Sean Connery and Lawrence Fishburne. Have you seen this movie?
I don't think I have, to be honest with you. I know.
Let's just play the preview real quick.
But
it's it's almost kind of along the lines of this movie, and like the moral of the story at the end is like, don't let these mother effers out, right? Like, you might think he was the wrong guy, but he ain't the wrong guy. And Lawrence Fishburne is, he's hot on the case the whole time. Sean Connery, he's kind of the more liberal-minded, anti-death penalty guy. It's interesting. They pose a question at the beginning, right? It's like, it's kind of a spoiler alert. If anybody wants to watch it, they're like, what would you do if it was your wife?
I think you can talk about it. I don't think that's a spoiler.
Fair enough. Lawrence Fishburne is great in this movie, though. Sean Connery's great, too.
I'm actually interested. I've seen this.
Of course he's good.
Picture before.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Like, you'd enjoy it. Here we go. It's kind of like it's set in South Florida.
Yeah, this makes me want to watch Gator.
A brutal murder.
Sean, I don't know.
A forced confession.
There he
I
is.
love these previews back in the day with the voice.
Trade torture for torture.
A renowned professor of law.
I love the little rattle.
He said, find Mr. Paul Armstrong and give him this.
Driven by conscience to take the case.
God, what a hat.
Robert Earl was bad news first time that
He was a badass actor.
Morpheus? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we had a confession.
We had a confession.
Help him get his life back.
The old girl said you was gonna be coming. I said no.
Oh, but look at who
Dressed like Famous Amos.
Yeah, but watch who the bad guy is.
Sorry. He's just like Famous Amos, dude. I feel like he wants to give you some chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, look at who this is, though. Look at this guy is.
But I know who did.
You're like, what? Ed Harris.
Oh, shoot.
But he
Oh,
plays
my
this
God.
sick, deranged, crazy man.
In the Florida Everglades is a secret that can save an innocent man
Got them all fooled, don't you? Even that know-nothing Harvard fool.
or free a killer
Rejoice, for a great injustice is about to be undone.
to kill again.
Daddy?
Now, every step you
Sean Connery must save the day.
I mean, anything sounds good with the Scottish accent,
It really is good.
It's a little out of place in South Florida, but
No, it's like old school South Florida. I'm telling you, it's a good movie. But I mean, the whole idea, right, is you got this guy who's locked up in prison, and he reaches out on death row for killing a little girl, and the whole arrest is just shady, right? It's a violent induced confession, right? They beat the heck out of the guy. They're playing Russian roulette. Like, that's not kind of really disputed,
Right.
that they beat the confession out of him. And the guy from death row reaches out to Sean Connery, a retired law professor, trying to get him to take on his case, saying that, this is a cracked up case, and he's right. Like, it's a cracked up case, but did the guy really do it or not? Well, then he gets, I don't want to spoil the movie.
I mean, I might actually watch it now. It does look good.
I mean, I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed.
I like a lot of these like '90s movies. I've watched a lot of them,
But it kind of deals with the whole Innocence Project, and the idea of evidence in a criminal case. I mean, it's got a lot of those kind of
Yeah, same elements, and it's pretty crazy. Like,
It is. So I don't know. Kind of reminded me of that. But next week, the point is, we're going to try to do a deep dive on that Mayport murder that was overturned with the new DNA evidence. Have a little bit of fun with it. Episode spooktacular.
there you go.
But appreciate you guys for all tuning in this week. I tried to drop a little bit of hot news. If anybody is watching and sees, drop some comments, like, subscribe, follow. I told Will he's going to get a $2,000 bonus if he gets us over 1,500 followers on Instagram by the end of the year. Right now, I think we're floating around. What are we floating at, Will? 806, right?
We got to bump those numbers up.
pressure,
Rookie
Will.
numbers.
Rookie numbers. So help Will out, right? If you guys care about Will, like, follow, subscribe, follow.
if you're not, you
And
don't
subscribe
care
and
about
follow.
Yeah. Guy works hard.
He does.
Let's help him out here.
He does. But until next time, thank you guys for tuning in. Allegedly, episode 9. We'll see you next week. See you guys later.